Hey guys, so in this video I'll be sharing with you my market analysis for the week 19 to the 23rd of February. So I'm filming this video on the 21st of February. Right, so as per usual, we'll first take a look at the indexes, see how they have been performing in the past couple of sessions. And then in today's video I'll just be sharing with you my current open positions. Right, so let's begin by taking a look at the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 actually encountered two gap downs in just a space of 2 weeks, right? So we had the gap down in yesterday's session and then in last week's session, right? So last week's session was due to the CPI data for January. So inflation came in hotter than expected, right? So we had the 3.1% versus 2.9%. So the markets took it quite severely, and then there was a gap down, right? So the markets actually recovered, but then at the end of last week and the start of this week, right? So Monday was a holiday for the US, so markets wasn't open. So in yesterday's session, prices actually gapped down. So we had two gaps down in the space of just 2 weeks, right? So the previous time that we encountered this was actually it wasn't over here, right? So we had the multiple gap downs over here, then we had another gap down over here, but I think it was separated by 2 to 3 weeks, right? So right now this two gap downs, while it might not necessarily mean a reversal in the uptrend, we could potentially see at least prices of the indexes moving sideways in the coming sessions, right? So that is what I'm expecting for the indexes. So you take a look at the Nasdaq. It's also the same thing. So we had the gap down last week, and then over here the gap down is not so noticeable as compared to the S&P 500. But if we zoom in, we can see that there was a noticeable gap down. So the positive thing in yesterday's session, right, is even though prices gap down, prices found support at the 21-day moving average. So if we zoom out over here, we can see that the 21-day moving average has hold steady for the Nasdaq and also the S&P 500 for the past couple of weeks since the start of the rally, right? So the start of the rally was here. See, it found support at the 21-day moving average. Also found support at the 21-day moving average. It undercuts a bit, but it more or less found support there. Found support over here, and over here, and now over here. So could this be the sixth time, is it? So this was the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, and sixth time, yeah. So could we see the indexes finding support at the 21-day moving average for the sixth time? Only time will tell, right? So but we had a good close on yesterday's session, so that's something positive, right? But because of the frequency of the gap downs in just a short span of 2 weeks, I'm expecting the markets to move sideways for the coming sessions. So another reason is because one of the market leaders, so SMCI. So if you guys have been following the stock, you know that this stock has made an incredible move since its breakout, right? So over here, it broke out of its multi-month range, right? And then from breakout to the highs over here, prices actually move up close to 200%, right? So 200% in just a short period of time. And then this is also not a small cap stock, right? So you can see the market cap is 44 billion. So for such a I would say mid to big cap stock, or let's call it a large cap stock, right? The move has been really incredible, right? So on Friday we had the big reversal. So if you guys are on this stock on Friday, if you haven't really taken profits or take some of your positions off, this should be the day, right? Because we had this bearish engulfing candle, and then it was on above average volume. So this was a signal. Then on yesterday's session, it found support at 10-day moving average. But we'll see how it reacts. But because of the action from SMCI, which is definitely one of the market leaders since for this rally, I believe that the market might need some time to at least digest its move moving forward, which is why moving back to the Nasdaq and the S&P 500, I expect the markets to move sideways for the coming sessions. So for the IWM is a different thing, right? So the IWM has been actually lagging behind the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq, right? So while the Nasdaq and the S&P 500 has been making new highs in the past couple of weeks, you can see that the IWM for the small and mid cap stocks is actually lagging, right? So it hasn't made the all-time highs yet. It's quite a distance away, right? So But in the past couple of weeks, there's been increasing positive action from small and mid cap stocks, right? So not just from the indexes, not really that much, because it has been basically moving sideways since December, right? So it's over here, and then it haven't broken that December high yet. But in the individual names, I've been, because I do trade in like the small to mid cap stocks, right? In the individual names, there are more and more stocks setting up on my watch list, and also more and more stocks falling through, right? So I'll show you some examples of some of the stocks that are in my portfolio, and maybe some of my past trades that have been working for me, right? So the IWM also actually face a gap down, but then it's not as extended as the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. So I'm expecting it to find support at this area. So there's a lot of the moving average at this area, plus this is an area of interest, right? So you can see that it's actually the previous area of resistance, and then right now it might be in area of support, right? So the area of support coupled with the moving averages, I expect the IWM to hold steady over here, but as always, anything can happen in the market. So you just have to react and see how prices move, and then you react accordingly, right? So that's for the IWM. Now let's take a look at some of the stocks on my portfolio. So this is LUNR. So this stock has been quite a big winner for me, right? So I initially add my position over here. So on this day, so 9 of Feb. So we had a strong move up, then it moved sideways, found support at the 10-day moving average that I bought on the breakout over here. Then prices actually went up, broke above the 200-day moving average, and then then over here it declined on declining volume, right? You can see the volume from here, it declined, and then I added in on this day, so I scaled up my position on this day, right? So I also mentioned it on Twitter, so or X, right? So you see this is on 16 Feb, right? So 16 Feb was I bought on Thursday, which is 15 Feb, and then 16 Feb I posted it on Twitter that I managed to scale in my position in yesterday's sessions, right? So the reason why I added in is because my initial position was working, plus it was on declining volume, and it was setting up constructively, right? So I actually added in my position. Then at this first green line, this was not the first green line, this was the second green line, right? So first green line was here. So the first green line was my initial profit target for this position. So this is the 3R profit target level. So I took half off over here, then I scaled the rest up. Then over here I added in again. Then for my second add in, this was the 3R profit target level, and then I sold some here, and then I'm still holding a sizable amount over right now. So it looks a bit extended right now. So what I'm doing is I'm placing my stop loss below the lows of each day, right? So for yesterday's session, I placed it the low over here, and then for today's session, I placed it slightly below the lows of yesterday's session, right? So this has been one of the stock that has been performing quite well for me. The next one is KUKE. So long strong move up the bottom, then move sideways for extended period of time without giving back much of its gains. Then it move up on strong multiple days of strong volume, move sideways, found support at the 21-day moving average. I bought on the breakout over on 16 Feb. So right now the stock has moved up, but it's also not performing as strongly as I would like it to be. But then my stop is still in place, so I haven't gotten out of this stock yet. So let's see where it moves next. EVTV. So I bought on this day over here. Similar strong move up, broke above all the key moving average, moved sideways, found support at the 10-day moving average. I bought on the breakout, and then I hit my 3R profit target. I already took half off. Now I'm looking to scale in. So if prices can break above this level, I'll look to add my position in EVTV. So WRNT. So I bought on this day over here. So it broke out over here on strong volume, and also on a very strong candlestick. So right now it moved sideways for 3 sessions. Then yesterday's session it broke out, but then like it closed back within the range over here. So let's see how it performs. Next one is RLYB. So I bought on this day over here. It's basically flat I'm basically flat on this position, right? So I'm not making much profits if I think I am in the green over here because I bought over here but barely in the green, right? So that's for RLYB. MSS. So I probably will be getting stop out for in today's session, right? So I didn't get stop out in yesterday's session, so I bought on this session over here. Then prices open above, but it closed back below the breakout level. So I probably get stop out in today's session. So we'll see how. Right, so those are some of my stocks in my current portfolio. And this is my analysis for this week's market, right? So if you have enjoyed and learned something from this video, do give this video a like. It will help the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. So I'll see you in those other videos to your financial success.